Tonight on Connecticut's news station, hope is high in Oxford. A date has been set now for students to return to school. Those details as flood cleanup continues.
It's been one thing after another for a farmer in Northford. He experienced a big hailstorm, and he's not mincing words. He's not the only one either, supposedly fed up with how the state distributes relief. We'll show you the damages.
Tomorrow is Overdose Awareness Day, and here in Connecticut, communities are coming together to honor the people lost to drug addiction. We'll show you how.
And just into our newsroom, the man arrested in today's bomb scare in New Haven's been identified. We'll find out the charges he's facing only hours after he put an entire block on lockdown.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
It's a holiday weekend, and families across the state are hoping to get one final summer trip in. The question is, will the weather cooperate? Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. It's been a calm start to Labor Day weekend, but it's getting muggier heading into tomorrow.
Had to sometime, I guess. Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank here now with what you need to know. Rach?
Yeah, the weather will cooperate most of the time this weekend, although there will be a few scattered showers and a chance for an isolated rumble of thunder during the day on Sunday. At least you can get those outdoor plans in on Saturday, and Monday might even be the pick of the Labor Day holiday weekend. Let's take a look at temperatures right now. We're in the mid-60s in the Hartford area, close to 70 for New Haven, and we're looking at overnight lows that'll be dipping back into the upper 50s and low 60s as we head towards daybreak tomorrow. Taking a look at the satellite and radar, nothing to show you here. We were just on the fringe of a lot of clouds today, but we just missed out on them, which was nice. Taking a look, this is the front that will bring us that chance for a few of those showers or rumbles of thunder late Saturday night into part of Sunday. Overnight lows, again, 50s to around 60 degrees. And as we head through the day tomorrow, I think we start off with a lot of clouds. So we're waking up and it's looking a bit dreary out there. There is a chance for a sprinkle or a light shower in spots, and then clouds will break for some sunshine, just at least a little bit as we head through the midday and into the afternoon. The humidity starts to build, and we're looking at high temperatures in the 70s to right around 80 degrees. As we head towards and after 10 o'clock, that's when we'll see the next round of showers move in, and we're going to talk more about what that means for Sunday and the big changes in store for Labor Day that you will definitely like. Full forecast coming up.
Thank you, Rachel. Well, this upcoming Sunday will be 2 weeks since the flooding in the Naugatuck Valley. As you can imagine, people there are still cleaning up.
Now, Governor Ned Lamont gave an update today about the status of the roads and how much work has already been done. So far, 24 of the 30 closed roads have been reopened. Just 3 hours ago, the Department of Transportation said another portion of Route 67 came back online. 4 of the 5 impacted train lines have been fixed now. The state is now offering an interactive map showing which roads are still closed. Now, Governor Lamont also reminding impacted businesses that they can begin applying for funds from the state's micro grant program on September 3rd. A link to that interactive map and information on the grant program can be found on our website, fox61.com.
Oxford schools will finally reopen next Thursday. The superintendent made the announcement today. Classes were supposed to begin this week, but they were pushed back because of the damage, mainly to the roads. The city had to make sure there were safe routes for the buses, but the superintendent warns the first day could be pushed back again. Of course, we'll closely follow any changes.
Now, FEMA is taking a closer look at the damage from the historic flooding in Southbury. Agents are taking pictures, speaking with homeowners, and documenting the impact of the flooding nearly 2 weeks ago. That will help determine whether and how much federal money can be issued to help rebuild. Home and business owners can self-report damage on the state's website. That information is used by FEMA to get a better idea of how many people are impacted.
We want to see all the damage that the state of Connecticut wishes for us to see and shows us, and we are committed to staying here as long as it takes to accomplish this mission.
Now, this is the second time this week FEMA was in Oxford. Across western Connecticut, more than 200 businesses and 2,000 homeowners have self-reported damage. All right, a man is in custody tonight after police say he threw 3 suspicious devices near government buildings. Just minutes ago, he was identified as 22-year-old Robert Cardone. At 7 a.m., police say Cardone threw the packages near the corner of Elm and Orange Streets. Police were quick to respond, evacuating City Hall and 200 Orange Street, telling other nearby buildings to shelter in place. All 3 containers were found and determined not to be a threat.
Immediately, I was like, something is wrong. We need to either back away and just wait, or we need to speak to somebody and see what's going on.
When we have suspicious packages, like, you don't know what you don't know. So we don't want to assume that it's just a piece of garbage, because it may not be.
Now, Cardone was arrested a short time later on Whaley Avenue. He's being held on a $500,000 bond tonight and faces a litany of charges, including first-degree breach of peace and criminal trespass.
Well, more charges have been filed in an assault investigation involving now 2 staff members at Town and Country Early Learning Center in Middletown. Another woman, Omina Rahman, has been arrested, accused of mishandling 2-year-olds left in her care. Police arrested Christy Kovarsik back in March for allegedly assaulting a 2-year-old. Investigators say surveillance video shows her and Rahman were involved. Kovarsik surrendered to police today, her second arrest in this case. Rahman was arrested last week. Both employees no longer work at the daycare. Police say they're still investigating.
Right now, police in South Windsor are searching for a man accused of offering to expose himself to a juvenile. They are releasing this picture of the car the suspect was driving. It's difficult to make out, but police believe it's a white Subaru WRX with Massachusetts plates, model year 2007 to 2013. The car has a roof rack and blacked out rims. The incident happened at 3 this afternoon on Garnett Lane. The suspect is a man with dark hair, believed to be in his 20s. If you are able to identify the car or the suspect, call South Windsor Police.
We know farming's not for the faint of heart. Well, new here at 10, farmers are feeling left out of the conversation when it comes to relief funding. The damage from a recent hailstorm has been catastrophic for one local farmer. And when this is your livelihood, you want to make sure the ones making the decisions have your attention. Fox 61's Alexa Farrell takes us to Northford.
To pull up your bootstraps and find me $150,000.
Farmer William Delacamera of Ciccarelli's Harrison Hill Farm invited Senator Richard Blumenthal to tour his damaged lands in Northford Friday. He was passionate in his plea to Senator Blumenthal, pointing fingers and stating his demands.
I don't want it to lip service to end. It's time to fix these problems. These problems have been going on for way too long.
Senator Blumenthal, though, didn't take offense to the intense exchange.
Part of my job is to listen. In fact, in some ways, it's the best part of my job. And it's the only way I can do my job.
Farmer Will says he has acres and acres of tomatoes growing here on his farm, most of which have been damaged after the hailstorms. If you take a look at the tomatoes, you can see the damage that was done. There are plenty of dents and bruises, some even the size of a quarter.
Monday, a hailstorm whipped through and in a matter of about 15 minutes caused hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of damage. A group of 50 farmers and community members were there to back Farmer Willie, as they call him, and to express their frustrations with the way the state operates in their relief efforts.
And then half the time their answer is a low interest loan. Now, listen, if we wanted a loan, we'd go get one. We don't need no more loans. That's it, period.
We need to reform the system to make it fairer, because right now it's dominated by the big agricultural businesses that have monopolies. But we also need to get these folks immediate relief.
As for how soon that money could make its way into these farmers' pockets, Senator Blumenthal says his hope is a matter of weeks.
These losses are heartbreaking, and they imperil not just a livelihood, but a way of life.
In Northford, Alexa Farrell, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Alexa, thank you. Well, tomorrow marks International Overdose Awareness Day. Across Connecticut, there are community-led events remembering those who've lost their battle with addiction.
State and national data show drug overdose deaths are slowly coming down, but there is still a lot of progress, a lot of work to do.
Fox 61's Kaylee Collins joins us in studio now with a look at how people are marking the somber occasion. Kaylee.
Well, Brent, Sarah, International Overdose Awareness Day brings with it the reminder reminder of the very real human toll that the disease of addiction takes. Groups like Crossroads, which is based in Wolcott, are working toward a day where there won't be any more lives taken by an accidental overdose. Victims of addiction are being remembered in Wolcott.
Unfortunately, they lost their battle, but just because they lost their battle doesn't mean they can't have a voice.
Joe Dunn is the co-founder of Crossroads, a grassroots addiction recovery and support organization. Saturday night, a candlelit vigil is taking place at a Crossroads memorial site in town to remember the lives lost too soon.
Every name on the bench is a person.
Data from the CDC's National Center for Health Statistics indicates that there were an estimated 107,543 drug overdose deaths in the U.S. in 2023. That's a 3% decrease from the 111,029 deaths estimated in 2022. This marked the first annual decrease in overdose deaths since 2018. While a hopeful sign, some say,
until it's zero, one is going to be too many.
Working to make that a reality is a challenging but worthy feat for groups like Crossroads.
It's not just an individual disease. It's actually a family disease, and it's a community disease. So when you help one person, you help a family, and you help the community at large.
It's something community members support.
They should help people with the illness, because that's exactly what it is. It's an illness.
And a mission that will continue on until no more lives are lost.
Where that person lies in this, the numbers, it's somebody's son, somebody's daughter, it's somebody's loved one. And for this side of it, for the memorial, this is the other side of it. We need never to forget that these are human beings, these are people, and they matter.
Now, that candlelit vigil is scheduled for 7 p.m. tomorrow night by the Crossroads Memorial Bench. That's located within the Scoville Reservoir Walking Trail in Wolcott. And we do have parking information on that at fox61.com. All are invited to attend. In studio tonight, Kaylee Collins, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.